President Kenyatta, I know that you are on your last term. Perhaps you may have offered tips on how to get a second term. Thank you.
I knew you were going to be naughty and slip in a local question when we are on the international stage here. I thought that what happens in Vegas should stay in Vegas. I did say to President Kenyatta that his timing for visiting South Africa is really poor. He should have come on the 1st of November. As a good friend, I know he would have voted for us. So now we've lost, we didn't have his vote. No, what is unfolding is how democracy works. This is the footsteps, if you like, of democracy. And we've seen it play out throughout the country. And indeed, as president of the governing party, it is disappointing for the African National Congress, but that is how we should accept the clear message of our people on the African National Congress. We've taken heed, we have listened, and this for us is a big setback, but it is also a big lesson. And we are a party that learns very quickly, and we are going to go to the drawing board. We are going to reflect on all these setbacks. And all we want to see, speaking now as President of the Republic, I'd like to see stability in our local government sector, that whatever coalitions have been formed and are being formed will result in stable local government, that we do not have instability and collapse of local governments, motions of no confidence, to a point where service delivery will not be given to the people of our country. So I will call on those who have emerged victorious to say, ensure that there is stable government, and congratulate those who have succeeded. I was particularly pleased to see that a number of female metro mayors have come to the fore on the platform, and that is good as far as our agenda to promote the empowerment of women, and it behoves well for the state of the Republic of South Africa, and we wish those councillors who have been elected the very best, and may they all continue to work well for the people of various communities across the country. That's all one can say at this stage. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. President. And
no, I'll just say that the only thing it's not for me to comment on domestic politics, but really just to say that as South Africans, you should be very proud and happy with yourselves that you have a mature democracy. What you see here is not very common in many other parts of the world. So mine is to congratulate South Africans and to say, let us continue entrenching democracy as a way of governance, and to say we are proud of you, and results are one way this way, next time there'll be another way, but what is important is that the tenets of democracy are at the root of South African society, and that is something South Africans should be proud of. As to lessons, well, I don't have to repeat. Second term, he's told us already they're learning lessons. So.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Your Excellencies. Thank you to our delegations. Thank you to the Fourth Estate for participating in this session. And that concludes the press conference. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, President Uhuru Kenyatta visiting on a state visit to South Africa and holding a media briefing there with our President Cyril Ramaphosa, both saying that they've had productive discussions covering a myriad of issues, including areas that are hotspots on the African continent like Mozambique, Sudan and Ethiopia. They've talked about the impact of COVID-19 on the continent and more specifically around relations between the two nations and how they can improve things like trade. President Ramaphosa saying that we need to see more Kenyan tea on our supermarket shelves. President Kenyatta there saying that South Africans should actually be proud of the democracy that we have here, that we have such a robust democracy given all the changes that we've seen on the landscape. We're going to go for a quick break and we'll have